Hey everybody, welcome to our last Diesel Dreamers call of March 2017. It is Monday the 27th, and it's crazy because I say this on every call, but time is flying by us. But we have a super special treat tonight. Miss Arlyn Pino is joining us. If you don't know who she is, she's super freaking awesome, and her energy is contagious, and she is like a firecracker. But I won't say too much about her story because that's what she's going to be doing. But I just wanted to kind of read off her accolades. So she is a 2-star diamond coach. She ended Premier last year, so she's recognized as 2017 Premier Coach, which is super, super exciting. Something she should be super proud of. We went to NLC together, so that's how her and I kind of bonded. And our blondie status, we kind of like linked up together, and we had a great time there. Lots of fun, interesting experiences. She is a Success Club 5 legend and a Success Club 10 All-Star, which are amazing, amazing accolades. She's part of my market council with me this year. But most importantly, she's a mom to 2 beautiful little girls, Sophia and Mia Bella, who are super adorable. If you ever see her post, they're always wearing like cute headbands like this and working out in the gym with her and cooking. They have a cooking show, so it's super awesome. And she is a wife to Pino. Well, his name isn't Pino, it's Robert, but everyone calls him Pino. Just to avoid any confusion, his name is not Pino. But that would be kind of funny. She's also retired, like a newly retired teacher. This year she retired. Last year was her last year teaching, and she's gone full-time Beachbody coaching. So proud of her. And honestly, like ever since you quit, like you've shined like 1,000 times brighter, and your energy and everything, like it's been super awesome to see you like really embrace this experience and this journey and this career path. So I'm going to pass it over to you. If you could just share how you got started with Beachbody, how you saw the vision, what you saw that it can do for you and your family, and just hit us up with some of your energy and your knowledge and your passion, please. I'm going to do myself. Go.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to piggyback off of everything you said. You even said some things that I forgot to mention. I didn't mention I was Premier. I didn't mention Miami Council. I was like, wow, that's right. I forgot about that. So I am honored to be on your team call because you know how much I love you as a person and as a coach and as a friend. So when you asked me to be on your team call, I was like, wow, like she wants me on. This is so cool. So I'm going to share with you. I haven't had my coffee. I usually have coffee at this time, so I'm like extra hyper. So I'm going to be a little bit more relaxed than usual. Okay, so how did I start with Beachbody? And I always like starting my story this way so that you can always remember that whoever's saying no to you right now might be your next rock star. It all goes back to the end of 2012. I gave birth to my first baby, Sophia Bella. And I was like, I'm going to give birth to this baby and I'm going to go straight to the gym and I'm going to get fit. But guess what? Motherhood hit. And I realized that in order to go to the gym, I didn't know what to do. I needed my husband with me, but who are we going to leave the baby with? So I had to leave the baby with him. I was scared of the gym because I was so attached to him at the gym that all I knew was how to do spinning. But since there was only one spinning class, I had to show up an hour before the class started to put my name on the list and just wait there and be like 2.5 hours away from my baby, my newborn baby. And after 2 days of doing that, I was like, forget it. I'm not going to do this. I'll figure it out. Everyone on my newsfeed was doing Beachbody, including my friend Liz Garay, who was a Beachbody coach at the time. And she gave birth 4 weeks before me and told me, listen, I'm going to do the Less Combat program. Let's do it together. We'll motivate each other. And I was like, this girl's crazy. Home workouts don't work for me. Like, I'm past that, right? Like, how dumb of me. I don't want to say stupid, but how dumb of me, She tried to convince me. I went over to her house. I did one workout with her. Her husband started recording me, and I was like, what a weirdo. Why is this guy recording me and putting me on Facebook? And I was like, this is it. I am not doing spinning for those 2 times that I did. I am not doing a home workout. I'm just going to let my body do whatever it does. And at the end of the day, I'm a mom. Like, moms are not meant to be fit. It's okay. I'm a mom. I could have a whatever body. That's the lie and excuse that I was trying to accept. What happened was that 3 other moms that gave birth at the same time as me, within like 3 to 4 months, were rocking their bikini, were wearing their pre-pregnancy clothes, and were looking better than ever. And I was the little hater on the other side of the screen thinking, that can't be true. That can't be true. Okay? So how did I go from being a negative Nancy, anti-Beachbody to loving Beachbody? Seeing, like, having vision and belief in the company that I wasn't even a part of yet. So I want you to remember this. Like, I know a lot of times we're on the other side of the screen and we start comparing ourselves and we start wondering like, oh, it works for them, but it's not going to work for me, or so-and-so said no to me. Do not take no for an answer. Like, remember, no means not now. Because guess what happened? That was the end of 2012, right? At the beginning of 2014, I was 30 weeks pregnant with my second baby. I was scared to get into my deep postpartum depression like I did the first time around. And I didn't want to lose myself. Like, I was going to have 2 babies under the age of 2 now, okay? So all these coaches were always posting their fabulous life and their fabulous abs and how happy they were. And it was positive, 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 positive. And I was like, dude, what do these Beachbody people do that they're all so happy and motivated and positive? And on top of that, they're all rocking their bikinis like it's all cool, and they're all moms. So the day Cristina Delgado got off her Success Club trip on a cruise, which was 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. I got home. I think she posted it like on a Sunday. And that Monday, when I was at work, pregnant with Mia Bella, I sent her an email. She was a complete stranger. And I sent her an email. I think I want to do Beachbody. I don't know if I could do this if I'm pregnant, but I want more information. Okay? I straight up told her, I want to do the business and I want to be proactive about my weight. Let's do this. She signed me up. I started promoting Beachbody without even tasting Shakeology. Like, I was like a hot mess new coach. I was promoting the programs, like using other people's transformations. Like, from the beginning, I got creative with talking about Beachbody and using other people's success stories to talk about Beachbody. Okay, so why am I saying that? Because a lot of times new coaches are like, oh, I can't talk about Beachbody. I just signed up last week and I have no success. Guess what? When I signed up as a coach, I was pregnant, okay? And what did I do? I just used other people's success, other people's transformations, okay? So it's all about getting creative. You know how they say fake it till you make it kind of thing? Like, I was faking being a coach, okay? But I was getting my name out there. I got out of my comfort zone. I didn't care that people were going to make fun of me. I was just running with it. Finally, summer of 2014, I gave birth to the baby. Right out of the hospital, I started Shakeology. I started the 21-day fixed nutrition plan. And as soon as I got cleared, I started T25. I would cry after my workout because I had asthma. I couldn't keep up. Like, all my organs were a hot mess from having 2 babies back to back. Like, I had every excuse to quit with the 2 babies and how my body was, but it wasn't in me to quit because I knew that if Tanya from T25, who had a baby like I did, was getting through the workout, I was going to get through it. And that's something I want to share with you. I'm huge, not on comparing, but on if she could do it, I could do it. You know, and I feel like even my whole career with Beachbody, it's been that way. So I started T25. I was the biggest Beachbody cheerleader. Yes, I had tacky posts on Facebook. I was a new coach learning the basics, but I got through it, okay? I never thought I was going to retire as a teacher from Beachbody. I knew I wanted to work the business. I knew that the extra money was going to be beneficial because I was on a teacher income. My husband's in sales, and we had 2 babies at daycare, which cost us $1,000 a month. That's not including formula, baby medicine for the acid reflux, none of that, okay? So this was just extra money. How did I decide to go all in? Was when I went back from maternity leave, and I had 2 babies at 2 different daycares. I had a career, I had my husband, I had my life, and I realized that I just didn't want to be that mom that was away from my kids and missing out on them. So that's when I went to Cristina Delgado and I told her, okay, I'm all in, let's do this. I hit diamond at the end of January 2015. And after that, I went full throttle with my business. So when people ask me, when did you start coaching? I signed up April 2014, but really that's when I signed up for the discount and just to learn the basics while I was pregnant. But really working the business, I would say January 2015, that's when I was like serious about it and took it all in, okay? So what did I do in 2015? I was coachable. I would ask questions. If I knew that a coach did something that I liked, I would message them and ask them for help. If they didn't reply to me, because I had many coaches that didn't reply to me, I will go on YouTube and search that coach. I would analyze their social media to see what they were doing, because you guys, you do realize that we have the same Shakeology, the same Facebook, the same fitness programs that the top 10 coaches have, right? Like, we all have the same products. The only difference is the actions we take, okay? So I always like telling my coaches is, don't compare yourself to other coaches. Compare yourself to the person you were the day before. Are you doubling your actions? Do your actions, are they equivalent to what you want out of Beachbody, okay? So 2015, I didn't sleep at all because it was my goal. I told myself, this is going to be my last year teaching. And I remember that when I said that to Christina, to my husband, they were like, this girl's crazy. And Christina had to sit down and give me that big sister pep talk of, look, you know, you might have to find a part-time job. Like, I don't know if this could be done. Like, you're rushing into this. Like, she had to give me the reality check. But I'm the type of person that when I set my mind to something, I don't stop. Like, I put my blinders on and I go full throttle until I get there. So yes, I gave up sleep. I would wake up at 4:45, 5 o'clock in the morning to get my personal development in, my workouts in. I would go to work, and while I was at work, I couldn't do anything Beachbody because I had people watching me through Facebook, making sure that I wasn't posting stuff. And I would get home from work and I would get creative. Like, I would go live on Facebook while cooking. You know, that was one of the vital behaviors, showing proof of the product that I was being healthy, all while showing up to my social media and bonding with my girls. Once I would put the girls to sleep, I would make my coffee and I would just work. What would I do? I've always worked my business where it's at and where I want it to be. I never, how do I explain it? Like, I don't try to fake what I'm doing, in the sense of, like, if I didn't have a team, I wasn't focused on creating a coach guide, because I knew that Christina had something in place already for me, that I didn't want to like reinvent the wheel if she already had something basic for me to do. I focused on how to push myself forward and how to learn what I was slacking on. So for example, like, for a long time, my issue was I didn't know how to keep challengers in a challenge group. They would disappear. It was crickets in there. So what did I do for a few months? I would just study the crap out of challenge groups. I would Google, I would go on YouTube. I would just research what works and what didn't. I would try different methods. I would just get creative with it until I mastered it, that I knew that, okay. And I mean, I still learn how to do things in my challenge group right now, but it was all about learning what my business needed at that moment to take it to the next level. So my advice to you is, if right now your goal is to hit Emerald, focus on recruiting, focus on sharing your journey. You don't have to focus on second business placement, because that has nothing to do where your business is at right now. Yes, it's cool to know how that benefits your business eventually, but don't focus your energy on something that's not helping your business right now. Okay. So all 2015, I focused on my business, on staying on phase one, on just putting myself out there and getting creative with Beachbody. Enter 2016, I went to NOC with Paulina, and that's when I learned how to be a leader. Like, they taught me, like, if anyone on this call has never been there, like, you should make it your goal to go to the NOC next year, because that was the game changer for me. And I always know that it was that event that gave me the confidence to know what to do to be able to retire from teaching. And it wasn't that, like, they taught me and it just happened. I had to apply what I learned, you know? Sorry, my husband just walked in, and I always get nervous when he's here. I don't know why. I've been with him for 11 years and I still get like weirded out when he's like in the room. Okay, sorry. Where was I? So I went to NLC. It helped me. I posted about it, how I was learning how to be a new leader and how that was going to help me take my team to the next level. And you guys, I really didn't even have a team at that point. Okay. But it was all about how I presented myself and how I presented the business on my social media. You have to get creative with how you post. Don't dwell on, oh my goodness, I don't have any coaches. Say how you're ready to have a team to take them to the next level, okay? After that, I went on the cruise, which was my first free trip courtesy of Beachbody, which was amazing. I was sharing my whole vacation through social media, and people were like, wow, this girl is serious about this whole Beachbody thing. Then after that, we went out to a retreat in the Keys. It was all about sharing my experience as a coach, as a leader, and helping people see that they too could be a part of what I am. So June 24th, 2016 was when I called my boss, and I was able to tell her that I was going to walk away from my teaching degree and do Beachbody full time. And here I am, full-time Beachbody coach. I was able to surpass my teacher salary, which was amazing. And it was all because of my consistency. And I'm going to be honest with you. Remember how I told you from January 2015 through May 2016, all I did was work, and get creative and not sleep and just put my blinders on and focus on Beachbody. It didn't come easy. There were weeks that I would work till 2 o'clock in the morning every day and go to work to be a teacher. And when I would get my direct deposit from Beachbody, it was like $14. Okay? I didn't allow that number to define the coach that I was, nor where my business was going. Because I wasn't thinking of my business at the moment. I was thinking of where every ounce of work that I was putting into my business, how that was going to take me to being a retired teacher and a full-time coach. So if you're looking at your paychecks and thinking, well, I don't think this is worth it. I just worked like a little beast and I got paid $14. This is not worth it. I'd rather go wait tables at a restaurant. You're not being realistic, okay? When you go to college, college doesn't pay you for showing up to class. Okay, I remember just paying FIU like crazy with my student loans. And now I'm like drowning in student loans, okay? And it was all because of the why. And what was my why at that moment when I was in college? That little diploma that they give to us, okay? Every time I would show up to class, I just knew that I was a day closer to that diploma. Every test that I took, that I would study for, that I would go to sleep at 2 in the morning, it was all for that diploma. So why was I going to cut corners with my Beachbody business? Why would I want an easy way out? If I knew that the hard work and dedication and consistency while I was in college was what got me to my degree, I knew that that same hard work, consistency, dedication in Beachbody was going to get me to retire as a teacher. Okay. Now, am I done with working hard? No. Yes, I'm home all day with my girls and I'm living the life of being a stay-at-home mom and working at home, but it's still not easy. I have 2 needy toddlers with me all day long, resulting in me still making my coffee and working. If you follow me on Instagram and you follow my story, at least Monday through Wednesday, I go to sleep like at 2, 4 o'clock in the morning working my business. Why? Because I don't want to just be a retired teacher that's surpassed her teacher salary. I want to have financial freedom. I want to call Sally Mae and say, here, my student loans paid off. I want to be able to sign up my daughters for all the dancing competitions that they want without worrying that it's like thousands of dollars. I want that freedom. How am I going to get there? Not by acting like the same Arlyn a year ago. It's by acting like the Arlyn that I want to be a year from now. So you have to, I don't know if you've ever heard of this phrase, but I remember growing up, well, like when I was in corporate America, my mom always telling me and my husband, you dress for the job that you want. So when I was a secretary in corporate America, usually secretaries go dressed like in whatever slacks, flats, like very bummy business casual, right? I was the secretary that would wear my pumps, my pencil skirts, my little suits. Like I would go dressed like if I was the vice president of the department, because in my eyes, I wanted to be a vice president of Carnival Cruise Line. That was my dream. Okay. And people would make fun of me and people were like, dude, like you don't have to dress like that to be a secretary. And I would even tell my bosses, I want your job. So I have to start dressing the part already. So with Beachbody, if you want to be a superstar coach, if you want to earn $1,000 a week, don't act like a customer that cool, you drink your shake, you work out and you share it on Facebook. That's you being a customer. You need to start acting like the superstar coach that you want to be. You have to show up every day. You have to share your journey, have a brand, share your obstacles that you have in life, in your personal life. And you don't have, there's things that go on in my personal life that I don't share, but I do share certain like flaws that I have so that people know that I'm relatable. So as long as you stay on phase 1, which means focus on yourself, focus on your business, share your journey, and you act like the coach that you want to be, then everything will start falling into place. But you cannot focus on everything bad that's going on right now. If you're not advancing in rank, don't dwell on that. Find a solution. If you don't have coaches that stick around, get on YouTube. Dude, Melanie Mitchell, Alyssa Shoemaker, Bonnie Angle, Miguel Carrasco, all these top coaches, they like overshare things. And aside from them, one of my favorite teachers ever is Kim Carver. If you go to Kim Carver's channel on YouTube, I have pages and pages and pages of notes of him training. Okay, like they spend so much time providing us with trainings. Why not take advantage of that? Okay, like, yes, it's cool that I'm here on Pauline, you know, on your team call, sharing my nuggets with you, but don't just depend on what Paulina gives to you. Don't just depend on what our upline Christina and Becky do for us. Get creative and get outside of Diesel Nation to learn the business, whether it's through corporate's YouTube channel or top 10 coaches. Like, get creative and have a reality check. Like, okay, where do I need help in my business? Where, if it's social media, there's so many videos on social media for Facebook that it's ridiculous. Monica Lopez and I even did a boot camp for social media. You could find it. Just have fun with it. Get creative and know that whatever you throw out to your social media, you're going to attract. So if you're always complaining on social media, you're going to attract people that complain into your challenge group. And do you want to have challengers that are always like, I don't like Shakeology. Oh my gosh, but those 30 minutes were so hard. And I just want to eat a cookie. Like, is that who you want to attract? No. You want to attract people that are like, okay, cool. I want that cookie, but I'm going to work out and I'll have the cookie afterwards because at least I got my workout in, you know? So I know Paulina's like, this girl's crazy. So yes, energy is contagious. If you are positive in your social media, you're going to attract positivity. And guess what? If you're having a grouchy day, people are going to notice in your social media. And on something else I wanted to share, if you don't do your vital behaviors, you're not going to know what to post. Because I'll be honest, like today, I was in bed all day. Okay, yes, I was in bed all day. I didn't know what to post because I didn't work out, so I didn't have anything to post for my workout. I hadn't eaten anything healthy yet, so I didn't have a meal to post. I wasn't feeling inspiring, so I couldn't post a positive quote, okay? I didn't know, so guess what? The moment that I got up and I made lunch, I had a post to put. So I was eating healthy and I was sharing it. The moment that I started listening to personal development, I got inspired and got up and worked out. And once I got my workout in, I was able to share it on social media. So that's why the 4 vital behaviors are not only great for you as a person, but for your business and for your social media. Okay, and remember, what you do, your team does. So you have to lead by example. And how do I keep my vision alive? I've always been good at having an imagination. Maybe it's the teacher in me, and I'm a huge dreamer. Like, even before, I know it sounds silly, but getting off topic here. Even before I found my husband, or my husband found me, before I would go to sleep, I know it sounds silly, but it's just to let you know how your mind can be powerful. Every night before I would go to sleep, I would close, and I'll be scared to be in the dark. So I would close my eyes and I would just envision myself getting married to my Prince Charming. And I would envision our wedding and after the wedding and having kids. Like, I envisioned my perfect life, right? When I met my husband, and little by little, I started realizing, like, oh my God, that 18-year-old that would lay in her bed dreaming of her dream life is living it right now. Okay? So what do I do now before I go to sleep? I close my eyes. I thank God for everything that I have. But then I start envisioning where I want my life to go, how Beachbody is going to help me get there. And I know that every day that I envision it and I feel it in my heart, I know that I'm a step closer to touching it and having it in real life. Because before I retired as a teacher, I would envision, I would wake up in the morning and envision myself having coffee on my counter, not on the way to work. And I would envision myself just having random cuddle time with my girls in the middle of the day, not being at work, missing them. And when I was at recess and I was sweating and I had 30 screaming kids around me, I would dream of the day that I have a pool and I'd be able to work the business while tanning and sharing it with the world on social media. And I would just envision it like a crazy woman. Guess what? Now I drink that coffee on my counter. Now I have those random cuddle times. And I don't have the pool yet, but I know that eventually in my future house, which is going to have a lake, and my office is going to have a view to my pool and my lake, I will be able to tan and work from my pool because I'm envisioning it every single day. But you know how they say Rome wasn't built overnight, or whatever that quote is? Your Beachbody business is not going to be built overnight. And don't compare yourself to the people that became 15-star one year. They did things that I'm sure you're not willing to do, like gave up their life to just work 24/7. And to me, that's not a life. So you have to think of the life that you have right now and what you want to do to get to the future you. Okay? So that's why I keep my vision alive. I know that my actions show through how my business is. I know that the months that I get comfortable, I pay for it. Maybe not even that month, but the following, because my funnel of people is empty. So maybe if you're chilling and you're like, oh, I'm at SC20, I don't have to worry about it. Guess what happens? The following month, your funnel of people is empty, and that's when it starts hurting. So in this business, there's no such thing as getting comfortable. You have to be uncomfortable the whole time in every aspect. Okay? Do you have any questions for me, Paulina? I don't know if I got off track. I get excited. You know how I am.
Girl, that was awesome. I took a bunch of notes. Just want to reiterate some of the things you mentioned. Oh, hi, Katie. We're right, but it's okay. I'm going to give you a recap right now.
Okay.
So one thing that you said that really spoke to me at the beginning of the call was, what lie and excuse are you allowing yourself to accept? So like you mentioned in the beginning about having all those excuses of like why you couldn't work out, and just being okay with like having a mom body and you know, moms aren't fit or whatever. Like we all have those excuses that we allow ourselves to accept, whether it be, you know, with our fitness or with our business or with, you know, healthy eating or just in general with like going after goals and getting uncomfortable. So I loved how you quoted that. So I'm going to use that. And that, you know, the know that you're getting now from somebody could be your next rock star. So never give up on that person. Always follow up. Keep showing up in your business, and that person is going to come back to you. And like you said, you never know what's going to happen. No never means no. It just means a not yet. Spotlighting other people's success stories. So important. Just because you might not be having super crazy success with, you know, high income or having a huge team or having lots of challengers with their own transformations. Like we have a whole team, not just like with Diesel Dreamers, but in Diesel Nation and in Team Beachbody. You can go on their site and you can use the transformations that they share. Like, why not use those tools and resources? Like, let's not overthink this or make it more complicated. But just being able to show something, some kind of proof to others that this does work. Just because it might not be your challenger or your coach yet doesn't mean anything. Like, it's still proof that the business works, right? That our programs and our products work. Having that why not me mindset is so important. So like you said, not to compare yourself to other coaches, but if Christina Delgado and Becky Brosette could attain such amazing success and grow this incredible network and team with the nation, like we can all do the same thing. Like they're no different than us. They're no more special than us. Like we all started out as coach, right? We all started out as figuring this ourselves and our own personal journeys. So we just have to have that why not me mindset. Going all in and having that strong why. Some just key things that you mentioned is just taking lots of action, being coachable, just mastering the vitals, asking questions and being resourceful, looking at the people that are successful and kind of figuring out, okay, like what are they doing? How can I do that myself without reinventing the wheel, taking their tools or resources, making it my own, branding yourself, trying to figure out how you can stand out. Like you said, we all have the same products, we all have the same tools, but what makes you stand out, right? So figure out what makes you you and let that shine through in your social media, your posts, and your conversations. Control what you can. It's the same thing with the actions that you take. Like that's all on you. Just because you might have gotten 5 or 10 no's or even 100 no's, you can still go out there and invite 100 more people. That's all up to you. Acting like the coach that you want to be. This is like so true because, wow, like if you just have that right mindset, you can really make your vision and your dreams come true. Sacrificing making sacrifices now, right? So that way in the future you can attain what you want. Like you said, sacrificing sleep, sacrificing maybe some of your favorite TV shows or going out on weekends with friends. A year from now, you're not going to be complaining about like, oh my God, I didn't watch Scandal when it aired at night, like, or whatever. You know, you're going to be like, damn, now I have as much time as I want to do whatever I want. And those things aren't going to matter. But being ahead of yourself in the business and making your goals happen, that's going to be more important. Applying what you learn, super important. There are tons of resources. There's tons of trainings, tons of tools. You can get caught up into it about like wanting to learn everything. Don't do that. Learn and go apply, go implement, because that's when the results will start happening. Speaking confidently about the business and coaching, even if you're not where you're at yet, talk about that vision, talk about that future team, talk about the future success that you're going to achieve and what this business can do for you and your family. Because we've seen it with other people that they've attained it, so why not you? Not cutting corners, working hard, because it will pay off, and just level up. So like that, act like the coach you want to be. So thank you. If anyone has any questions, Christina, did you have anything?
I don't have a question. I just had 2 comments. One, I really liked what you said about being a student and how you don't get paid to go to school every day, but you still have that drive to, show up and get the work done and whatever. And that I'm a student too. And when I first started the Beachbody business, I kind of poured myself into Beachbody and went, okay, if I want to actually graduate with my graduate degree, I have to balance this. And now that I've figured that out, I pour myself into my degree, and sort of the first thing to go is my business. And so just kind of that reminder of, you don't get paid to show up for school. Why would you sacrifice, when you're not getting necessarily a huge paycheck from your business either, was a really kind of good reminder. And also it was really cool to hear you talk about like your morning or evening visualizations and affirmations, because I've been reading this Miracle Morning book because I struggle big time with mornings when I don't have somewhere to be in classes. And I'm just sort of going about things my own right now. I don't have anywhere to be in the morning. But affirmations and like visualizations about where you want to be and what you want to create for yourself is a huge part of what that book talks about. So anyway, it was cool to hear you say some of those things and reiterate it.
Awesome.
I know I wasn't on the call, but I've heard your story before, Arlene, and I love it. And I watch all your videos on YouTube. So I appreciate you, and I'll watch the recall.
You're so cute. Thank you.
Yay. And you'll meet her in Punta Cana.
Yes, I will be there.
On the second wave?
Oh, no, never mind. No.
I know. Hello.
Okay, we'll all meet at Summit and have a good time.
We'll meet at Summit. I had drama with the whole Punta Cana stuff. But it's okay. At least I'm going. Whether it's on the wrong wave, at least I'm going. But
yes.
That's all right. But thank you, Arlene. It was amazing hearing you speak and share your story and just all your little nuggets of wisdom with all of us. And
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You rock. Like I said, I look up to you in many ways, and just seeing you go from working as a coach and working as a teacher to now working full-time as Beachbody, like it's been a huge difference and transformation all on its own. So congratulations on all your success and all your hard work. It's definitely working, and you're working, so that makes sense, right? If you work, it works, right? If you're not working, it's not going to work.
Very true.
So thank you. Have a great night, everybody. And yeah, let's go kick some butt. There's still a few more days left in the month. Don't give up on your goals. Fight for it. Success Club is within arm's reach. So go find the people that need your help and go inspire and change some lives, all right?
Yay.
Awesome. Good night, guys. Thank you. Arlene, thank you so much.